So let's first talk about everybody being really super tired. Now, obviously, we have weather stuff, okay? So the weather will obviously make you feel tired. So that's part of it, but that's not all of it. When it's like cold and damp weather, of course, like we want to snuggle in and, not do the things and be less active and might feel a little heavier and sleepier. So that's a real thing. We all know that. We got it. We've kind of sailed through this month without really having as many gloomy, cold days. So there's that as well. But there's other things happening. So as we approach the end of this month, remember, this is the month of big manifestation, okay? What has happened is this month, the month of choice, choosing, people have chosen things. So if you consider what that means, right? So somebody makes a choice and it may seem like a small choice that is what it is. It's just a decision that's made. But that decision affects so many different timelines that you wouldn't even think of. So this month, as people are making choices that affect their timelines, and then maybe yours, maybe mine, who knows, everything needs to shift. It's a big reshuffle. So whereas we might have started this month with ourselves kind of on this, we have our manifestations, we know what we're seeding, and the way that the universe works with this is it's kind of the clearest path, right? It's going to go on the clearest path, just like water. Other people's decisions can affect that path. So where you might have started at a certain point going this direction to get to where you want to go, to what you're manifesting, due to all of the things happening around you, you may now have to wait a second and you're being shifted around as things are being shifted around. And that feels to our physical bodies exhausting. So take heart. If you are really tired and you're just like, what the hell, because I'm sleeping and I know the weather is affecting, but it just feels like a little ridiculous. You're not alone. You are not alone. And it's actually a positive sign that everything's working the way it needs to work, because we do need to allow ourselves to be shifted into the best possible timeline for what we want to have manifested. So we are in the shuffle right now. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And it's really, really exhausting. I am so tired. I feel like I'm working all night long in Dreamland, which I know is not inaccurate. I feel like I'm interacting with a lot of you guys, with my friends, with all kinds of things, and just kind of pushing. It's almost like that, the elves before Christmas. It's like everybody's hustling to get everything done. That's how I feel right now, in this strange, energetic way. So it's exciting because something big is happening and we're in it. We're in the middle of it. But we're still humans and human bodies, and it is very, very exhausting. So where you can, do the slow down. And trust yourself that you are being led and shifted and reshuffled right where you need to be. Those who need to be close to you to assist you and support you on the next leg of your journey are either rolling in right now, or they're getting ready to, or they've been, because everything is about to shift for us, and we have to remember to hold the note of our manifestation, even through the moments that feel really squirmy, especially so. This is not the time to say, I'm so tired, so I give up on this. We can totally make it through this week to the end of the month, and that is when the is about to happen. So hang tight, rest where you can, try to drink water. That's been coming through pretty much nonstop. Some of us are great at drinking water. I am horrible at it, but we really need it because we are being upgraded constantly right now, and the water helps flush all of the excess crap out of our system and helps us to better align to whatever frequencies are happening. So this is the big push, friends. It's a big push. So we're all tired. It's been a real hell of a year, but it is happening. So this week is a great time to go back and touch base with the seeds that you planted, a week and some days ago, whenever the new moon was. Go back, touch base with those seeds, touch base with the feelings that they make you feel, and remind yourself that it's not the exact way, it's the feeling. You're manifesting how you feel every morning. And remember that there are a million ways for you to achieve that feeling. Let the universe pick the one that is easiest to come to. It's really important that we remember that. We love to control everything. We feel really, really not great when we don't have control over the elements around us, right? And it feels kind of crazy and spinny and like, no, not safe. But we have got to stop that, because every time we try to control all of the things, we block ourselves from manifestation because we make the pool of choice very narrow, and possibly that it was going to take 20 years to do something that you could have tomorrow. So that's a big one. The other thing that I want to tell you about this is, yes, go back to your seeds. Also, just take a minute and look around at your life. Look around at your family, the things around you, what's going on, and just notice what you've already accomplished. Because we can get so caught up right now, especially in all this energy, with manifesting, and more, and future, that we forget that we're in the present moment and that we've already done a lot of work. You guys have been busy this year. So take a look at what has shifted in your life already. Take a look at the amazing, wonderful things that are currently in your life that you are experiencing and possibly not enjoying to the fullest because you're not paying attention, because you're not noticing. So please notice the things. I'm going to tell you mine, okay? Because yesterday I was very tired again, and I basically spent my day sitting on a full fur rug in front of my fire with my animals, working on some things on my computer, chatting with some friends, eating snacks, drank a little wine after a certain time. I took a moment and realized that is me living my best life. That's a beautiful thing that I manifested for myself because it's what I wanted. And I was about to let that whole moment go by without me acknowledging how magical and potent it is and how quickly it manifested. So please take note of what you've already accomplished and give yourself a thumbs up for the things. And also notice the things that you have manifested that don't look the way you think they should look. We have this thing that's like, okay, here's what I want, and when it comes, it needs to look exactly like this, or it doesn't count. Again, we are masters of making conditions and robbing ourselves of joy. So please don't do that. Just because something comes to you and it was super easy and you didn't have to work the way you thought you needed to work to get it, does not mean it's not still yours and you don't get to enjoy it. So, right? Have a good time with this. Feel accomplished for what you have already, what you've already done, and you're doing big things. So it's really important to feel that. And why is that? Because this now moment is the only place where you can actually affect change, where you can actually enjoy yourself, where you can actually touch things and do the things, this one right now, as we live and breathe, friends, this is the only moment. This is the place where you do all the things. This is command central. So if you are in the past, if you are in the future, you are not here. And this is where you have your fun, do your magic, and enjoy life, okay? Be here. This is where you are needed. We talk a lot about healing our lineage, understanding past lives and all of those things. And that's very important. But guess what? The healing for anything that you want to heal happens in the now moment. All right? Right here. So be here. This is where you do the magic. It's really important, and it's really important that you feel excited about your own power in the now moment and praise yourself for what you've already accomplished and feel it and taste it and just be in it, because that is going to help you to continue to manifest the best life that you want right here on this planet in your lifetime. Like 2 seconds. Manifestation is not a long-term thing anymore. This is fast, and it's getting faster. So stay in there. Also, one more reminder for you about alignment. I feel like I could probably talk about this a lot, and in reactivation we talk about it a lot, but you've got to keep your mind, your words, your heart, and the whole rest of you aligned. That means whatever you're thinking should be what you're speaking. Whatever you're feeling should be what you're speaking and doing. And all of those things should be together. And, I'm going to say it doesn't really matter what you do, because some people are here to exude a certain type of energy, and it's neither good nor bad. That's us who do the judging. But if you are in alignment with your truth, then you're doing what you came here to do. You are putting out what you came here to put out. If you are doing what is out of alignment with your heart and your mind, you are dissonant. You are a destructive, energetic force, no matter what, because none of your parts are matching. So just remember that. It's so important to be aligned all the way through. How do you feel? How do you feel? What do you want? Who are you? All of these things. Gotta know. Got to be in there, and then everything else needs to align with that. And it's a job, because we were not really raised to do that at all. In fact, we were pretty much taught from zero that we need to conform all of our insides to what the outside says, right? So we're very, very well versed. We're excellent at repressing true feelings and saying things we don't actually mean and doing things we don't truly want to do, because we should do them. So please remember that. It's really important. Alignment. All right. So I'm going to pull a card. Hi, friends. Hi, Adita. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Susie. I'm going to pull a card from the Black Moon deck that I was saying I don't usually pull from. I usually only use this for the lunar calls, but for some reason it's looking at me. And we'll see. Scorpio season, huh? I'm so extra. I can't, but I love it. It feels so good. My birthday's coming up. I can't wait. All right. I have to say though, this light shining at me, it's a bit much for the mood of today. It's a bit much. It's the moon card. I will post this in the group because there's probably no way you can really see that. No. But it says moon. It says soul. It's number 2. We'll see what that says for you. I think it's kind of funny that we picked the moon. 28. All right. Are you ready? All things must come to the soul from its roots, where it is planted. All right, I'm just gonna read this and stop laughing. What does your gut say? The moon asks. This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. Scorpio season. The moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placement by sign and house indicate those areas to which we are the most emotional or sensitive. The moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. In the astrological chart, the moon is our soul. It shows the intimate side of who we are. The moon represents security, the home we grew up in, and the need to hide away and recoup our energies. It is the female principle that is, I'm going to read this, but bad choice of words. It is the female principle that is darkly moist and yielding. So the moon can signify our relationship with our mothers as well as pregnancy. It also signifies our grandmothers and even old age. So geriatric issues can arise, blah, blah. I don't think so. Crowds belong to the moon, but also shyness, reticence, and things that occur in darkness. Okay, this card indicates fluctuations in your life. The moon changes sign every 2.5 days, so 12 different moon combinations mean great variation. But the moon is the side we keep concealed. In a horoscope chart, when the moon has many aspects or is the most elevated planet in the chart, it is considered to have a strong influence. At this time, you may have trouble controlling your emotions and you may want to do things that are safe. You are very sensitive and you may gauge any feelings before entering a room or being with people you don't know. You like working alone, but you are also dependent on how others are responding to you now. The arts and helping professions suit you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not like loving this, to be quite honest with you, so I'm going to tell you what I think about this moon card. This has been happening more and more where I'm like arguing with the card deck. Okay, so anyway, we have the moon card. I will post this if you want to just like look at it and pull out whatever jumps to you because there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. But short story about the moon. The moon is, yes, our shadow side. But if you've ever had a session with me, I will tell you, your moon and your sun connect together to create a more complete picture of what you represent in your outward facing personality. So the moon is often who you are when no one else is around, when you're by yourself and you can just be you, honestly, with no filters or barriers or boundaries or anything, okay? And often we associate our personalities with our sun signs and we completely disregard our moon sign. So maybe take a look at where your moon is in your chart and feel into that energy for yourself this week. Also, we're on our way to a massive, massive full moon. And right now, we are in that place, okay? We are in that place of a little bit of darkness, the light starting to come through. We're feeling tired, we're feeling kind of edgy, we're in Scorpio season, and this is right where we're supposed to be, in the murky, dark waters, feeling it, okay? So, if you're in that, this card is telling you that's right where you need to be. You don't need to be in the sunshine all the time, and that's important to understand. We are creatures that change and fluctuate all the time, and all of those changes are excellent. That's why we're so cool and so interesting. If you were always sunshiny, you would be super annoying. So, just saying. All right, so I'm seeing some moon signs coming through. These are all the people I already know your moon signs. Okay, so we've got some moon in Scorpio. I know, Aaron, you've got moon, Virgo moon. Jackie, you've got Leo moon. Okay, so yes, look at your moon and feel into that energy for yourself. If you do have Moon in Scorpio, and we are currently in Scorpio, you are going to definitely feel, I don't know, I think you're gonna feel good. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have Moon in Scorpio right now, I think the way you feel secretly feels good to you. Does that sound weird? Because that's like kind of how I feel. If you have Scorpio Moon, you're kind of like, I know everybody says that, you know, this is super dark and everything, but I secretly think it feels delightful, because that's me right now. So I don't know, just my thoughts on that. We've got Virgo moons, but yes, we need the balance. This isn't gonna last that long, so just stay in it. Stay in it, it'll be good. I think that this full moon is coming up is in Taurus. So when we hit this full moon energy, which should be probably like, what is it today, Monday? It's gonna be, I think we're gonna start feeling it on Thursday, to be honest with you. It's going to be an energy shift for us, okay? So it's going to feel like we're in this deep, dark, watery Scorpio energy. And then there's going to be a platform that we can kind of hop up on for the full moon. So you can put your head above water for a minute. And that's going to feel like a little bit of a break for those of you who are not as into the scorpionic energy. That's not me, but whatever. So look for that break coming in Taurus. And if you want to look at your Taurus placements, you can do that and see where that is. We have some Capricorn moon, Scorpio rising. Anybody with Scorpio, like, you know, check your chart. If you look at Scorpio in your chart, see where it is. You're likely to feel into that right now because we are in Scorpio season, but don't like make yourself feel into it. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're like, oh, I should be feeling this, this, and this. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But I think everybody's feeling Scorpio season already. Jackie says Scorpios are growing on me. That's because Scorpios are the best. Or will kill you. So I actually have one more card for you before I head out of here. This is from the spell casting deck. Okay, so I have the moon card. I haven't forgotten. For some reason, I'm pulling from this one as well. Maybe this will be a nice, cheerful message. I'm sitting here also with all of these skulls, and they're like, womp womp. All right. You know what's funny about Scorpios? It's like, and I know this is a Scorpio thing, I cannot imagine like being any other astrological sign. And I think that is a Scorpio thing, to think that like there's no way you could ever be any other astrological sign. Do you guys feel that about your signs too? That like there's no way you could ever be any other sign? No? I mean, I guess it's true. All right. Okay, so the card from the spellcasting deck is Spirit Guide. Can't see it. I'll post it. All right, let me pull this up for you guys. I'm also laughing because I seriously was not going to do a live this morning because I was just so tired, and I'm like, oh, I don't need a screen in my face, but I'm glad I did. It actually is making me feel better. All right, you ready? This is your Spirit Guide card. You've never ever walked alone, for each step you take is guided by a helpful and protective watcher who resides in the spirit world. Spirit guides come in many forms, including deceased loved ones, animals, and mystical beings who bring to you many gifts and lessons and always have your best interests at heart. All you have to do is be willing to accept their presence and pay attention to their loving messages, which can come in many ways. You're being nudged to be meditative and to go into deep commune with your spiritual guardian at this time in order to harness spiritual connection and esoteric understanding. Awesome. Okay, so There's also, this book has little spells that you can do. And so I'll post that. And this is actually cool because it's something that you can do in front of a full moon on a Monday night. That's interesting. That's really specific. All right, well, I'll post it and see what you think. I often argue with this card deck as well, but it keeps it interesting. All right, my friends, this has been a long one. I hope you have an amazing Monday. I hope you take some rest where you can get it. We're gonna start easing up on this energy towards the end of the week. We'll have our Taurus platform to stand on and take a nice deep breath of air. And please tap in with your seeds. Please tap in with your current self and take notice of all the things you've already manifested and how awesome you are. And drink a lot of water. And I will see you on Wednesday. Mwah.